Ready?
Azione.
Azione, esatto. Anna, it's such an honor for us to have you with us today to talk about longevity, no? Before we go into longevity, tell us what you are doing now, which are your plans for all the things that you do?
We're currently number one on Netflix in a movie called Locked In, and the next film coming out is called My Sister's Bones. And then we've just heard today the very good news that I think the strike is about to end, because as you know, all the actors have been striking, and I think hopefully they've reached a fair deal. But the news is literally coming through as we speak. So,
wonderful,
yeah.
Wonderful. And let's talk now a little bit about longevity. Before we talk about longevity, did you like your stay at the clinic?
I've absolutely loved my stay. I've adored my stay. The peace, the quiet. I live in a place called Windsor, which is very beautiful, but there are a lot of aeroplanes, which makes a lot of noise, and immediately I noticed the absolute complete silence. Obviously the beautiful mountains, and we had very beautiful weather yesterday to be able to go on one of the most gorgeous hikes I think I've ever been on. The freshest air, the most beautiful water. The staff have been warm and of an exceptional standard. I've had a facial. Am I glowing? And a massage, and they were just really, really, really fine artists.
Thank you very much. You know, by the way, talking about planes and sleep, they say that 90 years ago when they did the clinic, it's called La Prairie, because La Prairie means, as you know, it's like empty field, no? Because there was nothing here. And they decided to do the clinic in this place because they said there was a convergence of energy between the mountain and the lake, unique. And in fact, all the clients that are coming here, they say that they sleep super well. I don't know if it's also happened to you in the last days.
Well, it's been better than it normally has. I would say that I'm not the best sleeper, and I was hoping that coming here would help change that. And it's always about having a very busy mind. And I think on arrival, it was the surprise was it was more of a clinic than a spa, which is a very positive and good thing. So I thought I'm going to be. Lots of real doctors that I'm going to get my bloods done and find out how I'm actually doing. Because sometimes we can look one way, but inside can be completely another thing.
Absolutely. Because you are very much into longevity, right? You like very much this idea of wellness, of living longer and living better, which is our philosophy.
Yeah.
There are things that you do that you can share with the...
Yeah, well, I like my being to be well, and I think the more scientific research there is, we discover that still going back to the basics is the most important. Good sleep, exercise, nutrition, and also less stress. I made a deal with myself to not have my phone on while I was here. I limited myself to 10, 20 minutes a day just to check emails, and normally I have news notifications and WhatsApps and Instagrams and like everybody else does. And I think to have real respite and see what being here would have been like all those years ago, when we weren't stuck to those devices, has been a real treat. And not having to naturally waking up rather than using my phone as an alarm.
Listen, I met Phil. We just crossed each other at lunch, and I met Phil, and I told him, I'm going to meet Anna later. Anna, she's fantastic. She has such a positive energy.
Oh.
Phil is our coach of breath therapies. But let's talk about this positive energy. What makes Phil saying that you are so positive and you are so...
Oh, I'm very flattered. Phil has got a very special energy, and I think the term and the use of the word energy is these days overused. And because energy is a very special thing. We are all those elements. We breathe, we're air, we're electricity in our thoughts, we're water as we cry, as we sweat, we ground, we're all of those elements. And I think to have those aligned and in tune is what we all aim for. And when it comes to longevity, it's not just about having a long life. It's what kind of life is that?
Yes.
And how well are we? Because I come from very good stock. My one of my grandmothers was 98, and my other grandmother is 97. And she still lives today, and she was riding her bicycle till she was 70. She's maybe her weight has fluctuated a little over certain years, but for the majority of the time she's stayed stable, and she always says, in a very simple term, she says, "Anna, it's all right, keep your pecker up," which is a northern saying from where I'm from in the north of England, and my family's Irish. The pecker is this: keep your head up, rather than looking down.
Sure.
And no matter how hard things get,
very difficult to be depressed if you stay like this and you smile, right?
Well, look up, and it is. And with what's going on in the world today, there's so much terror and sadness.
Suffering,
it's very difficult not to get drowned by it. And I think we just have to take those little moments, like walking into the room today. I thought it said training session on my schedule, so I was all hyped up and thinking, okay, I'm going to get on the treadmill, and Phil said, "Hi, you're coming with me," and I thought, oh, okay, we're doing yoga or Pilates. He said, "No, today we're going to breathe." And I've done quite a lot of breath work from the stage voice, when you have to make the voice travel very, you work.
When you are in theatre, because you did a lot of theatre too, right?
I started on Broadway when I was 22, but Phil, with the breathing, he has got a very, very special energy, very warm, and his big eyes, and he just right now I'm doing trick number 1. Instead of just breathing from here and breathing straight to the stomach. Are
you doing meditation also? Because they told me that you are very much into also this idea of brain health, and
I'm massively into brain health, and also the everything that's happening cosmetically with skin and genes and the genetic coding.
Okay, so you did a genetic test for yourself?
I haven't done it. No, I haven't done it yet. I've never done it. Okay. I'm very fascinated by all of this. And I think I have a daughter who's 18 years old, and I try and teach her prevention is the best cure. I don't know about you, but I'm sure you're younger than me. I was born in 1976, and we weren't always wearing sunscreen, and we'd be out baking and thinking, now there's sun damage, put on your SPF. Yeah. And she's got very beautiful porcelain skin, and she has a very strict skin routine every single night. And I said, you don't have to worry. As you get older, I think you'll be able to press a button, and I think there'll be customized skincare very, very soon.
True.
Yeah.
But you're right, in longevity, the diagnostic part and the prevention is much more important than intervention, no? Because if you are very good in diagnostic, then we can anticipate the intervention, and if possibly we can eliminate any kind of intervention, right?
Yes, and I think that's both exciting and at the same time a little scary, because I thought if someone knew I was going to, I don't know, touch wood, I'm not going to say it out loud to the universe, say I was going to get ill, would I want to know? And I think, well, if it was inevitable and I could help make that process better by the foods that I ate, because food is medicine, herbs are medicine. I use herbs in everything I cook, and I have quite a good balanced diet. I will let you into a secret though.
Tell me.
I don't really like vegetables.
No, that was suffering for you a little bit this week.
So how you found a chef to make the vegetables taste really good?
Yes, that's the trick,
and
right?
I eat as I've got older. I've got much better, and but when I was a child, my parents I wasn't allowed to leave the table until I ate them, and so they'd make big vegetable soups.
And so there was not the problem of red meat at that time, when we were young. Nobody was talking about red meat.
No, at all. It was a very, very different place and a different world. So we're having to catch up, having this incredible youth who are asking so many wonderful questions and wanting to know the science behind everything.
Yeah. Are you using some supplement or some vitamins on your?
So my brother's a doctor. And his wife is a consultant, and he watched the hours that I worked. Sometimes I'd be starting when I was living in Los Angeles, 5 a.m. On a Monday morning, and it was a 12-hour turnaround. So by Friday, I'd start at 4 in the afternoon and get home at 7. So it was like having, in the morning, so it was like having constant jet lag. And he said he created a shake for me because he said you're not giving your body the right nutrients, so you're having too much sugar, you're drinking caffeine all the time, and he said, so your energy levels are doing this. And way back then, he created something with flaxseed, coconut oil, the berries, carrots, raw broccoli, and now it was MCT oil, the purest refined coconut. And he introduced me to green tea, all these things, and he's just constantly looked at my diet. So he's given me certain supplements, as drops of iodine, magnesium, to make sure all the mineral levels are okay. Yesterday, the lovely Eloise gave me Age-Defy and the detox one. So super. I'm gonna. I think what you want when you travel a lot is to have as many vitamins
and now
and
I want to do also
one...
energy. Then, if your schedule is so hard, I need to give you the energy, because we have also the supplement on energy, which is incredible in terms of result.
It is.
So you don't have only Age-Defy, but the energy one you need to try.
I'm going to take them religiously for a month, and in a month's time, I'm going to let you know how I'm feeling.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm very excited. The presentation of the bottles are very beautiful. It makes it feel special. You want to take it.
We created a kind of a new market with the supplement because we decided to focus on the quality of the products, really the best ingredient, all manufactured in Switzerland. So it was very important to give to our clients something which was unique from this point of view. I'm sure you will like it.
Well, like we said, everything works from the inside out. It's just as important. Right? We can put the best creams on our skin and the best treatments, but it's working from the inside out. Yeah,
and like you said, stress, we know very well. We just launched a new genetic test. I would like you to try to analyze the level of stress through the epigenetic marker, so the expression of the gene.
Does it tell you that?
Yes. The gene expression is able to tell you the level of your stress. It's a brand new test. But like you said, stress is fundamental for aging, no? If you're able to decrease our stress level, of course we are able to live longer. We had last week a gentleman that is working on telomere. You heard about telomere?
No.
No, telomere is a part of the cell which is, the more they shorten, the worse is your overall aging process, no? And he was just telling us how stress is important to affect the length of the telomere. So you are totally right on this.
I think that's the way it's going. I think that in the next 10 years, everything's going to be radicalized.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the good.
For the good.
Well, and I think there's just so much pressure on us now that we're living so much longer, but the body mechanism still works in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
We still have an appendix that is useless and we don't need, but nothing has developed. The hormones are still the same as
and like you said, which meaning do we give to the life that we are able to add to our life? Because at the end, it's not only living longer, but it's living better.
Living better, yeah. We have to still present ourselves as feeling 50 and 60 and 70 and 80, because we're working for to a much greater age now.
Yeah. Listen, thank you very much for this conversation.
Oh, thank you.
It was lovely to have you today.
It's such an honor to be here. I'm so grateful.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.